evening, ladies and gentlemen, and thanks for tuning into another episode of the Dumpster Diaries Podcast. As always, I'm Justin Allen, and I'm here with Moses Wartooth, and we're going to start out with some entertaining stuff for you guys, and let's say it's a little bit of a explosive effect that it could have.
Crazy.
This video, I mean, damn, you really never know what could happen in this country, man.
So we'll watch it and then we'll speculate.
Yeah,
we'll see what you guys think happened, because we know.
Yeah, let's jump right into it, man.
An SUV suddenly explodes, sending car parts flying and obliterating the vehicle. But the man inside amazingly survives with only minor injuries. That powerful explosion happened last night at a parking lot in Van Nuys, sending shockwaves through the neighborhood.
Rick Chambers is live in Van Nuys with more on the blast and what caused it. Rick.
Yeah, Cher, when you see that video, it is hard to believe that no one was killed or even seriously injured in all of that. But had that happened an hour or two earlier in this busy lot, things could have been much different. It was just before 10:30 last night when this white Toyota SUV suddenly exploded in a Van Nuys parking lot. Watch it again from a second angle outside the New Life Botanica shop. The eruption.
Holy shit, man. That's wild.
That's crazy, man.
What'd you say earlier? Like it looked like a direct energy weapon?
It's a direct energy weapon, dude.
Direct energy weapon.
Because if you notice,
Oprah is behind it.
I'm telling you, man, if you notice, the car in front has a blue roof. Wasn't touched. Just saying, dude. Direct energy weapon. Just straight blasted down and exploded that motherfucker.
We're calling it right now, folks. It was a direct energy weapon, a DEW, man. and
we're taking a step further. Oprah pushed that button.
Just like she did in Maui. She's doing it again
in
Van Nuys.
She wants that land. She wanted that man's Toyota truck. She's pissed.
God damn. Oh my god, dude. I love making fun of her so much. Like, it's so entertaining. Like, it never ends.
I mean, she's an elite and she does questionable things, man. She needs to be
investigated. Yes, you know.
Now we're just alleging all of these claims.
Yes.
But we feel someone in a higher professional standard than us.
The powers that be.
Yeah, someone needs to do a little bit more digging.
Should do the right thing.
Yeah.
And look into Oprah.
Yeah.
Where are the children, Oprah?
Allegedly, she knows what she's done.
Oh my god, dude, just shitting on her like hardcore. My god, man, but that was talk about it, a hell of an explosion, man, dude. Like,
and there was a 37-year-old guy was in there, and he didn't even look like it showed the little quick video. He seemed fine, as far as like, dude, I would think you would have just been like major like burns and shit, man.
Up. Yeah, dude. Good God. Like, Jesus Christ.
Imagine if he was just like kicked back smoking a joint or something, and then that shit just happened.
That's what set it off.
He's like, holy fuck.
Or he just hit like a DMT pin or something like that, you know, and he's just like, what the fuck? Doesn't even really know what's going on, you know?
He just looks back and his truck's just blown to bits. Like,
I gotta get the fuck out of here. Let's take it off. Yeah, man. Holy shit, dude. That's a one hell of a shocking scenario to find yourself in, man, you know.
Yeah. Like he's never gonna sit in a parking lot again.
I mean, it looked like it got hit by like a rocket or something.
It really did,
man.
Yeah. Like fucking Houthi shot that stuff at him.
Fucking Houthis. Nah, man, the Houthis stay on boats, remember?
Yeah.
Like that video where we had of them and like they were like on the boats. Like, it's one of my favorite clips from like our recent videos. When they get on the most recent boat they like hijacked. And you're like, Houthis, look at them go! Look at them go! And they're all like running on there like makeshift Navy SEALs and stuff.
Yeah.
Clear. Doing that turkey gobble shit or whatever, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know how the fuck that dude is alive, man. Like,
I don't either.
Like, there's no way, man. Like,
he has to at least be hearing some ringing in those ears.
Mm-hmm. And the big thing about like explosions, man, I remember learning this like when studying chemistry, dude. The big issue with explosions, like the most like deadly issue, is the compression of gas. It's not actually the like shrapnel and stuff like that. Yeah, of course you get hit in the face with like a bunch of like BBs. That's like not gonna fucking go over so well. But for the most part, it's compressed gas, especially in confined spaces like buildings
Or
cars.
a truck.
You know, like whatever. You know? Dude, what if that dude was like a hardcore war vet, and then he just gets out of the
God.
car and starts screaming about Fallujah?
Like fucking came out of Desert Storm and never fully recovered, and like
It's all
he has to
fucked
go
up.
inside on 4th of July type shit. Like,
Yeah. God damn, dude, that'd be one. You could buy that.
he's
dude a
never.
drink.
He's never gonna have enough therapy to fix that shit.
You're gonna be a Xanax for the rest of your life, dude.
Yeah.
Like trying to calm it down, just chugging like chewing Xanax by the handful and then chasing it with a bottle of Taka, like vodka.
God.
You know, just fucking ripping that shit, dude.
Oh man.
Holy shit.
Drink until he's deaf.
Oh my god. Yeah, I would imagine you have some like hearing issues.
I would think so.
I mean, dude, it literally blew apart. It blew the roof off the place, man.
Yeah.
You know, maybe he just listened to fucking what is it? Kendrick Lamar's new diss track. You know, it was so fucking dope. It just blew the roof off this place. You know,
Drake's a pedo. Boom.
like what? Did he accuse him of being a pedo?
Oh yeah.
I haven't listened to him actually. I've been hearing like a lot of shit about it, but like
Personally, I'm not a fan of either one, but I dislike Drake more. I just don't like that style of music, or I like rap, but not their style of shit. But anyways, yeah, he straight up and he also somehow, you know how you can take over people's Google Maps shit. Well, anyway, he put a bunch of sex offender shit on Drake's house on Google Maps, like registered sex offender signs on Drake's property on Google Maps, like.
dude, that is so fucking awesome.
It was good,
dude.
man.
That's a good fucking joke,
Yeah,
man.
it's funny.
That's a good joke. Because Drake is weird, man. He's been a little handsy with like some of the young actresses.
Yeah,
in the
like
past and
Millie
shit.
Bobby Brown.
Yeah,
for
the girl from
one.
Stranger Things.
Yeah, and I watched
was
an
a good
interview
one.
of her, and she was talking. She was 14 at the time of the interview.
I heard Billie Eilish.
I heard that too.
All right,
But
anyway, go back.
I saw fucking what's her name?
The brown
Millie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
I was
saw.
about to say the brown chick, but like that's just her
Yeah,
last
yeah.
name. She's not actually brown, you know. I mean,
Skin tone.
yeah. Anyway,
Yeah, she was 14 and she was going on and on about, I love Drake. We message every day. He gives me relationship advice about guys. Like,
that's
That's a red flag, man.
weird,
That's-
man.
you don't do that
because he's a
shit.
grown ass man.
Yeah.
He was probably what, like in his 30s,
at least. I mean, yeah,
31,
like
32.
26 bare ass minimum. I don't know how old he is, but he's in his 30s for
Okay,
sure.
let's just say above the age of 25. I guess we can all probably agree on that,
100%.
but-
Yeah, she was 14 and he was like, he's going to we're meeting up in Atlanta soon. Like, I'm so excited. Like, I love him, all this other shit. Yeah.
Jesus, but she came out later and was like, yeah, he was kind of creepy and stuff, right?
Yeah.
You know, because I remember reading a little bit about that, but I think Billie Eilish alluded. She never said confirmed, but she alluded like, "Hey, like I could ruin people's careers." And somehow somebody pieced it together, and they're like, "Oh, it was Drake."
It was Drake.
I was like, ugh.
Again, like, that dude has countless women throwing themselves at him, but he wants to go for a kid. Like, that's
Yeah.
fucking sick, man.
Shit. Speaking of Billie Eilish, are you a fan of her music?
Fuck no.
Nah, dude. It sounds like some chick's trying to get off a ventilator.
I ain't even never listen to her shit, man.
Yeah, it literally sounds like someone trying to rip out a ventilator. Dude. It's
Like a fucking feeding tube.
Yeah, she's just like whispering, and it's all like, I don't know. You just we'll pull up some shit after the show, man. I'll let
Dude,
you
I'm
listen
just
to
gonna take your word. I don't want none of that shit stuck in my head. I don't want to listen to none of
It's
that.
garbage. It's garbage. Let's put it this way: they play it on the radio. If that tells you anything.
That's all I need to hear.
Because most good music actually doesn't even come on the radio anymore. Although my classic rock station, I stand by, man. I enjoyed that.
But that's not new, so it doesn't count. I'm saying, like,
Yeah.
any of that stuff is obviously gonna get played on the radio.
like pop, like culture music or whatever. Just
Yeah.
kind of like trash or whatever. Yeah, man. I don't know that dude. He's lucky to be alive. That's for fucking sure. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
that is literally a car bomb went off.
He should probably use some, like, he should probably go buy a couple of lottery tickets. Like,
Yeah, no shit. You know, or take a really nice vacation he's been putting off for years. You know,
hell, he can't do that. He's got to buy a new truck.
Nah, fuck that. Maybe he's got insurance. Imagine having to file that insurance claim.
At least it was on video. We're like, yo, did you see this shit?
Shit is crazy. Somebody needs to ask Oprah where the fuck my new Toyota is. That's all I'm saying.
You're like, I know she gave away all them cars that one time. I need a new vehicle.
Bitch, since you're so hard up on giving away fucking cars, why don't you come help a brother out? You know? You got your coordinates wrong or whatever. Wouldn't it be crazy? Like, 'cause you know, conspiracy theories can just be formed out of just about anything. Mm-hmm. What if it was on the same, like, latitudinal, like, line as, like, Maui? You know what I mean? Like where someone just got like they switched around like an 8 and a 2 or something, a typo, and then it's just like boom, now it's blowing up that parking lot in Van Nuys.
She was like, shit.
Like, fuck. We're supposed to hit the fucking buildings in Maui.
Dude, she calls up Obama. She's like, I know how you felt missing all those drone strikes, dude. She's like, I just got one myself.
Barry. Like, I understand now. Tell Mike I said bye.
Yeah.
Or said hi, whatever the fuck, bye, hi,
whatever the fuck he wants to do.
That would be a threatening fucking phone call. Like, tell Mike I said bye. Like, what are you going to do with that fucking direct energy weapon?
You're like, Oprah, I thought you liked us.
Or what if
we were friends.
What if Oprah actually secretly runs the country and she just kind of has like the Obama, like Barack Obama, like, you know, his balls in a vice grip. Like they're terrified of her. Like, what if?
It's not that far-fetched, man. Not that.
She might actually be the one responsible for bringing in the Antichrist to this world, man. I really think she is, dude. Because she's obviously sucking down adrenochrome, right? Where's all those kids in Maui? What is it, like 1,000 kids they can't account for? They don't know where the fuck they're at? They
allegedly.
Disappeared or whatever?
We don't know.
I don't know. There's answers.
They went on a train car and were never seen again.
She obviously got something over the rock because he's being her little lapdog, you know?
Yeah, but he's all about that shit.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm still waiting for The Rock to come out as trans or something, dude. Yeah, that's just the fucking world we live in today, dude. What if Dwayne The Rock Johnson came out and was just like,
my name's Debbie.
Yeah, call me Little Debbie. You know? And then he just starts wearing, like, looking like Vin Diesel in that fucked up Tooth Fairy movie. Or was it The Rock that was in that shit?
Dude, that was The Rock.
Was it The Rock? Where he's wearing like a fucking tutu and wings and shit. He was like a Tooth Fairy. It might have been Vin Diesel.
Might have been Vin Diesel.
Yeah.
I
never watched it because I saw the cover and I was like, that looks kind of weird.
Yeah.
That's kind of strange. Oh my god. Holy fuck, man. Yeah, dude, that dude's lucky to fucking be alive, man. Shit, we gotta move on to our next stuff, dude. Do you want to talk about just jump into the funny political stuff, or do you want to talk about the shit that I've been up to?
No, we gotta talk about what you've been up to.
Okay, I got you. So, recently just got back from a trip to Austin, Texas, and that was awesome, man. Got to go to the Comedy Mothership, saw Joe Rogan, Theo Vaughn, Tony Hinchcliffe, Joey Diaz, Cam Patterson, David Jolly. I mean, you name it. A bunch of people from Kill Tony. Like a lot of people, man. Like that is literally the comedy capital.
Yeah,
of the world.
unless you live under a fucking rock, you know Austin is like the comedy scene right now.
I didn't realize like how insane it was down there. Like it's everywhere, man, and it was super fucking cool. Expensive as shit, but cool. But I don't know, man. You know, I've been, cause, you know, I talked on what was it, the previous episode or the one before that?
I think
previous episode. Yeah. So getting back into stand-up comedy, man, starting to do it. I got another show lined up. Doing it at the Yellow Rose Canyon out in Mount Enterprise, Texas this Saturday. So for those of you local guys who listen to our stuff, feel free to come on out and support it, man. A lot of those guys are really funny. But yeah, man, it was a good trip, man. It was a good time, dude. The Comedy Mothership, holy shit, that is a nice place, man.
Yeah.
Dude, it is ran like the tightest ship I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, there's security, they lock up your phones. Dude, they have security that lines the wall inside of the club. So
no one is fucking around.
There is no fuckery about, you know? And then it was cool, man. Like, all those guys were, like, I mean, they're professionals, but they were, like, super funny, man. And the club's not as big as you would think it is. Like, they do pretty good with their camera work, like, between, like, Kill Tony or, like, any clips they release online. What Brian Simpson's famous special was filmed at the Mothership or whatever. And the Fat Man, that was the room I was in. Mm-hmm. So their main room.
That's the bigger one.
Mm-hmm. But it was a tight fit, brother. Like, I mean, my knees were almost touching the chair in front of me, and then
Damn, they pack y'all in.
They pack us in, and it's like loose chairs and like tables. So when you show up, they tell you where you're gonna sit.
Oh shit!
Like, you don't have like assigned seating.
Is it first come first serve, or you're just
It's
like,
first come first serve.
Whenever you're walking up, they're like, just fill this fucking row type.
Yeah,
shit?
you can buy like either general admission or VIP tickets, and so if you don't get VIP, you just do general admission. You sit basically on the main floor, and it's just like basically rows of tables, and they just start with the first one, fill it up, and they just keep moving on. So like, I went with a date, and so it was just her and I. But our table had 4 chairs, so there was another couple they sat with us.
Oh, yeah.
And that couple was cool, but it was like still kind of awkward. It was like, because normally you don't want to do that, you know. It's like,
yeah, I mean, if you got a choice, you're not going to. Yeah.
But it was cool, man. Did the comedy mothership, went to a few other places, went down to the creek in the cave, which is where Shane Gillis filmed his first special on YouTube. And that's where I got to see Cam Patterson perform. I freaking saw Casey Rocket, that David Jolly, which is Cam Patterson's uncle, the one that's always screaming gang violence. What is it? Wow, what was her name? Celia. Oh, dude, I'm gonna get her last name wrong. I'm gonna butcher it so bad. Celia Contreras, really famous girl from Kill Tony. Another one was Heath Corbez. Heath Corbez, the really small, short guy that was at like his arena show on the New Year's, and he's like, I got laid and all this other stuff, you know. They were all great people, man. Like, that was one thing I noticed. Like, they were all super cool, man. And I've got some photos with them and stuff like that. And I actually exchanged information with a few of these guys and got their phone numbers. And they were so cool, man. They were like, hey, let me know when you're coming back in town. Like, we'll see what days it is. We'll figure out, you know, what open mics we can hit together and stuff like that, you know. And like, some of these guys get paid gigs, but I mean, they don't get them all the time. Mm-hmm. But
they probably do whatever the fuck they can, and then if they get paid, that's just a bonus.
But it was cool, man. Like, you know, so the Creek in the Cave was dope, man. I like that. So you've seen Shane Gillis's first special, right?
Yeah.
So you know the iconic bear that's like next to him in that? I got like a picture of me next to that bear. I'm like, hey, what up? So that was really about it for like the comedy. Like, you know, hung out. They have a patio there that was kind of cool. Nobody gives a fuck because apparently Austin doesn't have a police department anymore.
Yeah, they have been officially defunded.
I did not realize that.
They had, like, whenever I went there, they had state troopers there because they didn't have a local police.
Yes.
And that was all they had.
And I didn't realize they shut down the entire street, actually. Like, at a certain point, like, when it starts to get, like, a little late, like, they literally put up barricades.
Oh, yeah, so no vehicles.
No vehicles. It becomes just completely pedestrian, like, crosswalk, or pedestrian areas or whatever. But yeah, man, it was all like state police and stuff that was like down there or whatever, and like county and stuff. But but there's no Austin PD doesn't exist. Yeah. You know, I was like, God damn. You know, but at the Creek in the Cave, it's kind of cool, man. Like, they have a patio and out there, dude, like, everyone was just ripping cones, man. They did not give a fuck out there, dude. And because I guess, from what my understanding, weed is legitimately decriminalized in the city of Austin.
Yeah, it is.
So no one cares. So this establishment it's kind of cool. It's a comedy club. They got this back patio area, which is pretty big. And all these like locals from, you know, in the comedy scene, guys from like Kill Tony and stuff like that, like, they'll go out there and they'll hang out there, and you can just like literally just smoke weed and like have beers with these guys and like talk to them and stuff. And it's like crazy. It kind of like, I was getting a little starstruck for like 2 seconds. I was like, wait, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, is this really
I'm here right now?
Yeah, I was like, am I having a stroke or something? Like, what's going on? You know, but it was cool, man. So we do the comedy show at the Creek in the Cave and all that stuff, and then it's about midnight and comedy's over with for me for the night. Like, I don't have anything else planned or whatever. There's not really any more shows I can get into because I went like on like a Thursday, you know. But this is where it starts to take a turn.
I mean, after midnight, man, shit goes down.
After midnight,
my dad always told me, after
out.
midnight, nothing good happens.
I'm just singing that Eric Clapton shit, man. But so we decide, fuck it, we're gonna turn it up, man. And So we get back on 6th Street because the Creek in the Cave is kind of off a street. 6th Street's like a street over or whatever, a little ways down. But we go back to 6th Street and we hit a couple of clubs, right? And the first few, like, fine, like, whatever, like, normal. But it's expensive. It's, like, ridiculously expensive. I mean, she ordered 2 drinks for us and they were like $45 at one place. Yeah, it's insanely expensive there.
I need to find out where the fucking poor people drink out there.
Yeah, no shit.
I guess out in the street, probably.
on 5th Street.
Yeah. On the corners.
There was a decent amount of homeless, but it's not as bad as like all those people that moved out there to talk about. I felt like Houston was a lot worse, man.
Yeah.
You go to like Texas Street in Houston, man, like little downtown and stuff where like a lot of the clubs and bars are. Way worse than what Austin was. But like I said, I was there on a Thursday, so I don't fucking know. Maybe a lot more panhandlers come out on Friday and Saturday nights and stuff like that, you know. Although I did have a homeless, quote unquote, a homeless guy come up to me and ask me for $1. And I was just, the first thing I thought was like, what the fuck are you going to buy in today's world with $1? But
yeah, no shit.
And I was very honest. I was like, hey man, I'm sorry man, but I don't have any cash. He was like, it's okay man. He's like, we can go to the ATM. It's right over here around the corner. And I was just like,
the fuck we will.
And then he pissed me off because he was kind of having an attitude about it. And the dude was about, like, he was a young guy. And I literally was just like, fuck off, man. And then he just turned around and walked off.
Dude, there's no way I would go to a goddamn ATM with some bum, man.
Dude, I'm not walking through like an alleyway. Like, you know what I mean? That's how you get fucking
He's
robbed.
probably got 3 fucking dudes back there ready to fucking surround the ATM. Be like, add them zeros, bitch.
Yeah, that's when you pulled out. It's about to be fucking 200.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, pull a knife out. Like, but, so we go out clubbing or whatever, and, we end up at this one, and we're just kind of walking the strip, man. You know, we're like, you know, what looks good, what doesn't look. Oh, it looks like a cool. I mean, you know how it is when you go to like a eventful.
Yeah, you're just looking for whatever seems good for you.
Yeah. And so, now I've already had a couple of drinks, all right, because I was drinking at the Creek in the Cave. I drank at the Comedy Mothership. By the way, they charge $15 for a shot of vodka. So I'll drink vodka Sprites. If you get a single, it's 15. You get a double, it's 30. That hurt. Like, you know, like the waiter, when he went to get my card, like almost had to like pull it out of my hand. I was like,
you wanted this motherfucker.
And they're clever too. They swipe it first. Like, you tell them what they want. They'll swipe it first and they keep it on file. Like, they have like little machines they walk around with. I'm telling you, man, it's the smoothest operation I've ever seen. And so
they know exactly
I'm
what
bouncing
they're doing.
around now. But at the Comedy Mothership, I get my check. I don't even want to say how much it was. And we didn't even drink that much. It was just that expensive, man. Yeah. And it was $200. But so I look, and he brings the bill, and it's already on file. Like, they already paid for it or whatever, right?
He's basically just showing you what you already paid.
Yeah. And so I'm like, God damn, 200? We were only there for like an hour and 45 minutes. And so I sign it, and then I start doing the math, and I'm like, well, you know, I'm not going to gyp this dude on a tip just because the establishment.
Yeah, like, he ain't making the fucking process.
Yeah, you know, so I get ready. I think I pull out like $40 to tip him, like, you know, do roughly 20% or whatnot, because the guy was very attentive too.
But fuck, you fucking better be.
Yeah. And then the my date that I was with, she was like, hold up. Don't do that. And I was like, what? And she was like, they add a 20% gratuity on it already. And then I looked and I was like, oh, that's why it's so much more fucking expensive there. They even do it in the gift shop.
The fucking gift shop?
Fucking gift shop. If you go to the Comedy Mothership and you buy anything in the gift shop, you buy anything there, they tack on 20%.
I'll be like, well, then I'm going to fucking sit at the table and you go get me a goddamn souvenir and bring it back. Like, I ain't paying for nothing.
So, because we got 2 t-shirts, man, and it was like almost $85. Yeah.
2 of our t-shirts are $40, by the way. We sell them for $20 each. Just say it.
Just saying.
Just fucking say it.
Just saying.
And they got a whole lot more detail than Comedy Mothership.
Oh, dude, they're the shirt we got was bait. It's literally all black shirt, and it just says Comedy Mothership in white letters, Austin, Texas. That's it.
Just saying, all our shit's better than that.
But anyway, so we get done with all the comedy stuff, and we're going around, like, kind of like walking the strip, right? And now, you know, there's a couple places that are kind of like, kind of lame or whatever. I'm like, I don't want to go in there. And then we walk by one place, and it is just, I can't even remember the name of the place. It is bumping, bro. It is fucking lit. There's a shit ton of people in there. There's like fog machines. There's light shows going on, and you're playing nothing but like hip hop. Like it is like, I mean, it is a bumping nightclub. I'm like, fuck yeah, dude, let's go in here. And my date's like, are you sure? Because the thing is that was actually like a black club, which I don't mind. Everyone else there seemed to.
Yeah, you normally don't mind, but they do.
Yeah, dude. So we get to like the front door, and this is the only club we had to pay to get into, by the way. Everywhere else just let you come in for free. Now they're gonna charge you. It's gonna be expensive, but you don't have to pay a cover charge.
Yeah.
So we walk up, and the guy looks at my date, looks at her, and goes, "It's 20 for you and 40 for him." And points at me, and I was like, "What the fuck? Like, how the fuck does that work? You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't." Like, I was like, what the fuck is this? And at this point in the night, my date only had like $20 in cash. I had no cash left. I'm like, hey, we're on card now, you know?
Yeah, yeah.
And so she gives him 20, and then the guy goes, oh, you can just cash app me the other 40. So like his personal cash app.
What?
Yeah. And so I watch her give him the 20, and then he puts it in his pocket and then pulls out his fucking phone for his cash app information. And I was like, this is fucked up. And I'm talking to her. I'm like, yo, this is like shady. I was like, one, the price difference. I was like, no, like that's not cool. And then,
I mean, you got to pay. You're paying the white dude tax.
yeah, that's what it felt like, man. That's really what it felt like. And
but for him to slide the money in his pocket and you,
it was,
dude,
yeah.
That sounds like a goddamn scam.
It is, man.
I think that was just some random black dude that sat
got
in
a
front
chair
of the
out.
club and was like, yeah, and the people inside probably didn't even fucking know.
Yeah, dude. And so, so she kind of like shuts me up. She's like, hey, just be quiet. She's like, not a big deal. I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. And then we go to walk in, and the guy kind of like talks to me, and he's like, hey, man, he's like, I don't do business like that. He was like, it ain't even like that. And I was just like, well, why is it 40 for me and 20 for her? And he was like, that's just what the business here does, man. He was like, I don't have control over that. And
I'd be like, you don't even fucking work here.
I'm like, you know. So, but they had like hella private security there, like. Yeah.
On the inside?
Oh, yeah.
What about the outside?
Outside and inside. They had like 2 dudes outside. They had 2 dudes.
All right, one of the
like, at least 2 or
security
3
dudes, that's
inside.
his bro. And he was like, hey, man, just come out here. We'll split the fucking money.
Could be. So,
it's a good scam. He's like, I'm going to get you honkies tonight.
we play. I'm paying that honky tax.
Yeah.
But, so we pay it, we go in or whatever, and I mean, they're playing good music. I'm having a good time. I'm like, yeah, let's do this, man. And we're dancing, and she gets like 2 drinks or whatever, and then I look around, and I realize for the first time, I'm the only white guy in there. Dude, there's like dudes walking around with just like champagne bottles. Like there's just bitches twerking, wearing like corsets and stuff. You know what I mean? I mean, it is a black club, dude. Like, you know. And I'm like, cool, whatever. My date and I, like, we're kind of like dancing, whatever. And so it comes time to get like another round. So we go to get 2 more drinks. And you know me, man. I have a super weak stomach.
Yeah.
Like, I'll throw up over just about any. I'm like Steve-O from Jackass.
Yeah, like I can talk about some shit and make you puke.
Yeah, dude. And so this really wasn't alcohol induced, okay? I know how stupid that probably sounds. But so anyway, we go and we
You weren't drunk enough for it to be the reason.
Yes.
I got you.
Yes. And so we get our second round of drinks, and then she's like, hey, you want to do a shot? And I was like, yeah. And she orders a peanut butter, Screwball peanut butter whiskey, man, which is like my favorite whiskey to drink because it does taste just like, yeah, it tastes like a Reese's peanut butter cup. And so I'm like, cool. And it's only like 35% alcohol. It's not really all that strong or whatnot. So she gives it to me, and I take the shot, and luckily, thank God, they gave the shots to us in like plastic cups that were like decent size or whatever, like maybe like, I don't know, 6-8 ounce cups or
Like
whatever.
a solo cup or smaller?
Smaller, like about
Like
half
half ones?
Yeah, like a half size solo cup. And thank God, because she said as soon as we took those shots, she saw the look on my face. And then she said, I could see the muscles like contracting.
Like going back up.
Yeah. I just slammed it real fast, and it hit just the right spot, and it hit my gag reflex. And then I had so much volume in my stomach. Plus we just ate. We ate like some like Turkish street food.
Oh, God.
So there was like so much shit in my stomach that like once it hit, well, it went, it started to come up. I was
And it
like,
just couldn't
fuck.
stop.
And then so I literally just grabbed this cup and then I just like, and it's only like a little bit. It's just like the initial. I'm like, okay, you always get that first little one. And she's like, you gonna be okay? I was like, yeah, I'm fine. And then I was like, and then I just like throw it in my mouth. And then she's like, oh fuck. Like, and we're in the middle of this fucking club, man. It is packed to the brim, dude. And I look like this. and I am the only white guy in there.
You're
dude.
like fucking glowing.
Sticking out like a sore thumb, man. And so she finds a trash can that's close by, drags it over, and I put my head in it. And I just start violently throwing up. I'm like, ah, ah, like visceral, like body shaking, being loud, like
losing everything.
Yeah, dude. And people are looking. They're like, what the fuck? And so she notices security sees me, so she tries to stand in front, like kind of block his view.
Yeah.
And then I'm just throwing up, and then I just remember her like trying to hold my head up, and she was like, you have to get your head up. She was like, we're about to get in trouble if you don't. And I like, and she kind of pulls me up, and there's like Turkish street food just coming out. I'm like, that ain't, I think I actually told her, I was like, that ain't happening. And I'm just like, ugh. And so this big old security guy comes over, man. We know flak vest says security on that shit and everything. And he taps me on the shoulder. I look up, and I just see him, and I'm like, I'm probably, I probably look like death, dude.
Yeah.
And he's like, you gotta go. And so they kick us out. So I got kicked out of a black club in Austin, Texas, man, for puking in the middle of the floor. Well, in a trash can, but yeah.
God.
It was great.
I'd have been like, I paid $40 for this shit.
Yeah, we were only there for less than like maybe 10 minutes.
Man, you're the perfect customer.
Yeah,
I love that shit.
In and out, man. So we went to a few other places because by the time we got out of there, like,
Well, dude, yeah,
it was
you're
like
probably good to go.
12:30.
You're probably good to go after that.
Yeah, we just ran the night out, man. So smoking a little bit of the devil's lettuce while I was out there. That's pretty cool time, man. But
When in Rome,
man. But yeah, Austin really is, man, a cool fucking city. That was the first time I ever been like downtown like that, like as an adult, dude, and experienced it, So that was a vacation. The next time I go, like, it's going to be 100% strictly devoted to stand-up comedy. Like,
Yeah.
not just seeing shows, but performing while down there and stuff. And I don't know, man. I'm excited. I know we've talked about through Dumpster Diaries Podcast, like doing some stuff. I'm not going to blow the lid off that at all, but there's things on the horizon, man, that we're looking forward to that's going to be really exciting. And
things in the works.
Yeah.
Down the old pipeline.
Yeah. So, I don't know, man. But yeah, that's basically my Austin story for the most part. Man. So, yeah, I'm gonna try to go back down next month or whatnot. I don't know if I'm gonna advertise on the show where exactly I'm gonna be doing stand up, because I don't know. Austin's just kind of a wild city, man. I don't know. What do you think? You think I should throw it out there?
We'll play it by ear.
Play it by ear. Yeah.
See what happens.
We'll see. I don't know. I also saw a grown-ass woman wearing a diaper and having a pacifier in her mouth, walking around in a tube top.
Sounds hot.
It was not. It was a homeless lady. It was actually terrifying. That's what it was. It was terrifying.
I mean, if you gotta wear the diaper on the outside of your clothes, man.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, she had like granny panties on and then a grown adult diaper on top of it. And then, yeah, it was just like, I don't know. I mean, because
ready
like
to party, man.
most of the homeless shit is like, I mean, it's literally like mental illness and like drug induced like crazy debauchery and stuff,
Yeah.
So, but I mean, it's sad, but goddamn. But I don't know, my luck. She probably listens to this shit and be like, "That motherfucker gonna be at the creek in the cave,"
Yeah.
and I just get fucking stabbed on stage because they don't have security there. At least not during the week. I was like, oh, okay.
Like, anyone just fucking walks in here.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. There's like it kind of sucks because like Austin is such a large city for comedy. You can't just like go to a place and sign up and be guaranteed to get on. For example, at Rogan's Comedy Mothership, you can sign up for their open mics on Sundays and Mondays, but the thing is they only select 16 names at random from that list.
Yeah.
And then they post it like 30 minutes before the start of the show on the outside the building. So it's like, A lot of places do stuff like that. Like one place I was looking at, you have to email them beforehand, and they'll send you an email if you've been selected or whatever, you know. So it's kind of, I don't know.
You got to do a little bit of legwork beforehand.
And it's got to be a little bit of luck too, man. But there's one, because the Creek in the Cave has, I like that place a lot, man. They have a open mic. They have various themes for open mics, right? Because they have them all throughout the week.
Mm-hmm.
But the one I think on Mondays was called the Gamble Mic. This was cool. You have to roll a dice before you get on stage, and that tells you how many minutes you have to perform.
Oh, shit, okay.
So it could be 1 minute, it could be
6.
fucking 6 minutes, you know? And
dude, what if they got a goddamn D&D dice? She got 20 sides. You're like, 20 minutes, motherfucker.
I'm filming a fucking comedy special right now. Let's do this, man. Ready to roll. You know, but it's a critical hit for all the D&D nerds out there. But yeah, if you roll a 20, it's a crit. So it's like guaranteed you're gonna kill that dude.
Damn.
No. But anyway. But yeah, man. So I don't know, because I don't want to like say like, hey, like, oh, I'm going to be doing stand up at this place. I mean, I'll tell you what. I will talk about the places where it's guaranteed beforehand and be like, hey, I'm trying to do these other places. Could be there,
may or may not. Luck of the draw shit.
Depends on what's available and if that gets selected or whatever, you know. So, but yeah, man. Yeah, it really is a cool city, man. Then we went to we had reservations for like a super nice steakhouse there, right? Like white tablecloths, fancy waiters, all that stuff, right? Like they'll bring out like femurs, like cracked open and scrape out the bone marrow in front of you. And we didn't go because our reservations for like 12:30 the next day, and then we both woke up, and I was like, I don't know. She was like, yeah, and so I canceled that shit. Then we just went to In-N-Out.
Fuck yeah.
I was like, you ever had In-N-Out? And she's like, no. I was like, well, here's the first time for you, you know? It's overrated. It really is, man. It's like Whataburger. Whataburger's overrated as fuck. They both are. But it's like funny because they're at beef with each other or whatnot.
Yeah, it's like Texas, California shit.
I don't know. I think Carl's Jr. is superior than that. I think even Wendy's is better than both of them, to be honest with you. But I don't know, man. But yeah, dude, so that was like the Austin debauchery, man. So looking at hopefully being able to get down there about once a month starting out, I think that's a fair assessment, dude. So it'd be a good time. Oh, man. But anyway, time to fucking move on to our next subject, I guess, right?
Yeah. Trump,
man. Our boy is back in the news, man, and he's up to some shit. Now, this dude is he's great at marketing. He just gets it, man.
Yeah.
You know, and he's done something similar like this before, but it's just who these people are is what really makes this funny, man. So he's got some new people endorsing his campaign. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah, he recently did a speech in the Bronx, and his crowd was out in full force.
Let's roll that shit.
Come on up, fellas. Rapper Sleepy Hollow.
Not what you'd expect.
Come on up here, fellas. How are you, man? Hey. Oh, I like that. I want to get that done.
He's talking about his real?
Yep.
One thing I want to say. One thing I want to say. They always gonna whisper your accomplishments and shout your failures. Trump gonna shout the wins for all of us. Make America great again.
Thank you, fellas.
Appreciate you.
Dude, Trump never ceases to amaze me, man.
No.
Like, because he did that famous, I mean, he's done that with a lot of celebrities before, but I mean, the real big one that I remember, like, really being, like, the first one was, like, Kanye West.
Yeah.
You know, which I still think he paid Kanye West money.
Probably.
Because, like, that was when Kanye was having a bunch of finance problems. And I think we talked about it on the show at one point. But he was just begging Trump for $1 million. He was like, you should, like, he was putting all over, like, Facebook and Twitter and shit. He was like, Donald Trump should give me $1 million because I support him. Yeah. And then, like, everybody was like, this guy's fucking crazy. Is he off his medication again? And then next thing you know, he's got a photo shoot at the White House and he's wearing a MAGA hat in the Oval Office.
Mm-hmm.
I think Trump might have gave him $1 million and been like, hey.
Probably.
Yeah, or maybe I can't give you $1 million, but I'll give you $100K if you get your ass out here and like take these photos with me, you know? So, but I don't know. I mean, a lot of people like shit on him, like, because I really don't think that like Trump is any kind of racist. I really don't.
I don't think he is either.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you look at before he even became president or even ran or even really talked about it, like, he's in tight with a lot of like key like figures like from like various minority groups, you know, including like the black community and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You know?
And he never did anything to hurt the black community while he was in office.
Yeah.
Like, Biden has done way more shit negatively to
you mean the whole, if you don't vote for me, well, you ain't that black?
I mean, from back to the shit in the 80s that he did to even like just current reform shit, man.
The
like,
96 crime bill that fucking locked up more fucking members of the black community than any other bill ever fucking passed.
Yeah. But MSNBC loves to conveniently forget that shit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, dude. I don't fucking know, man.
But dude, there is a lot of minorities that support Trump.
Dude, I was watching some polls or whatever, because I get some shit from like X or whatever. Now, X you got to be like skeptical of now. But they were talking about Biden is actually, like, Democrats in general actually, like, at an alarming rate losing the black vote. And apparently,
because I mean, they're finally starting to realize that every election they just use them, and then fucking as soon as they vote them into power, they just shit on them.
They don't do
every
anything
time.
for them.
Every
you
time.
know? So I don't know.
And they just paint the Republicans as being racist when really they typically help everybody, because if you hurt a minority, you're hurting a white person too. Yeah. Whenever you build up everybody, it's a fucking community and everybody wins. Yeah. But they don't fucking get that because they want to keep driving that wedge.
No doubt, man, for sure. And then but I do sorry. I do like how Trump will just reach out to like the wild, like you expect presidents and presidential candidates to like, you know, have interactions with celebrities or like go on TV shows or podcasts or whatever it may be. But like Trump is bringing in like SoundCloud rappers and shit, you know?
I mean, like one of those dudes has been accused of murder. Like,
really?
They're doing real stuff out there.
That makes me respect Trump way more.
They're doing real stuff in the street.
Well, it's the fucking Bronx. Yeah. So there's that.
And I listen to their music. It's actually pretty decent.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like how he was commenting about the dude's grill.
Oh, yeah.
And he was like, I like that. I should get that done.
It didn't show it in that video, but at the end of another video, it was the same thing, but they showed like an extra 10 seconds, and whenever they were leaving, Trump was like, I want to get one of those. Like, where'd you get that? Let me know the guy. It was
like he's dead ass serious. Yeah. Dude, if Trump came out wearing a grill.
What if he debates with the grill? He goes down to Houston, gets Johnny Dange to build a fucking badass grill for him.
Oh my god, dude.
He's getting endorsements by Paul Wall.
Yeah, Paul. Yeah, that'd be good. Ball so hard. Motherfuckers try to find me. Is he the one who sung that?
I don't know.
Was it him? I don't know. Can't remember. Yeah, whatever. It's been a long time, man. Yeah, dude. I don't know. Trump's numbers are growing, man. I mean, I think. I don't know. These polls that come out, a lot of people are like, "Oh, Biden's gonna win," like, but it's always by like a fucking hair margin, right? Which I don't know. It's all more like propaganda because everything.
I don't trust polls anyway.
Well, everything I see, like in comments on all these social media platforms, like, dude, it's an overwhelming amount are just like, "Fuck Biden," you know?
Yeah.
I just think they're just like tired of all the fucking bullshit, man. Like everything's more expensive. There's all these conflicts happening in the world.
Fucking border.
The border is fucked. Our dollar is worth shit now. You know what I mean? And so I don't know, but you know, your house burns down in Maui, you get $700. You know?
Yeah, but Ukraine gets hundreds of billion.
Yeah. So, I don't know. But it always seems like, I think people just like genuinely, even like a lot more liberal people, even like, I'll say the moderate liberals that I know are more open to the idea of voting for a third-party candidate or possibly Donald Trump. Because they're like, this isn't working.
Yeah, but then there's a lot of people that don't give a shit. They literally will just vote for Biden.
Yeah, like usually there's people that you see like doing sit-ins and camping out for Palestine and like talking about supporting Hamas and shit like that. And it's just like, okay, you're just a fucking idiot.
I mean, yeah, they kind of need to bring back lobotomies for those people.
Yeah.
Like, they're not doing the world any fucking favors.
Holy shit. But yeah, man, I think people are just getting kind of tired of like Biden kind of, it seems, at least from what I've gathered from just being online a lot, man, people seem to feel that he puts other countries before America.
Because he does.
You know, and, you know, I was at least leave it up to some sort of debate, but yeah, he does. He really does, man. And, you know, this most recent thing with Kenya, I don't know, man. What do you think about this shit?
I think it's fucking ridiculous.
Because he's trying to bring, he declared Kenya as the...
It's a non-NATO ally.
Non-NATO ally.
Meaning they don't pay shit and we still protect their ass.
Dude, do you think, remember those coups we covered in Nigeria and stuff like that? Do you think that has something to do with that?
Maybe.
Like maybe they just want to have a presence there or something like that, or just have an
We
ally
already do. We got, I mean,
we covered it. We have bases.
We have bases, yeah.
So, I don't know. Maybe it's something about the region becoming more and more unstable. I don't know. Who fucking knows?
I do know Kenya, because I looked it up because I was like, what the fuck is in Kenya? They're rich in minerals. They got gold and cobalt and all that other shit. So I'm thinking maybe that's the angle.
Maybe.
That's the only thing I could come up with. But their average, like, the average profession is a fucking farmer. They don't do, like...
Hunter Biden's going to be down there in like a year, like opening...
He's going to be the ambassador down there.
The ambassador, or like open like an oil refinery or something, you know what I mean? But he's like never there.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I don't know, man. You want to play this clip where they cover this shit? Because they do pretty good at explaining this.
President Biden said he is working with Congress to designate Kenya as a major non-NATO ally. He made this announcement as part of the state visit of Kenya's president.
Our new global partnership is going to build on all this progress. We're going to meet new challenges with more resources. And it's going to strengthen the security of our countries and our countries around the world.
Nancy Cordes joins us now from the White House. Of course, Nancy, this state visit is about not only things present, but things in the future, using Kenya as a counterweight to China, NATO non-membership, but important. But also, very immediately, Kenya is leading efforts in Haiti, and both presidents talked about that extensively, did they not?
They sure did. And in fact, this entire visit is something of a reward for the president of Kenya, who did step up and offer to send peacekeeping troops to Kenya at a time when many other nations refused and when the U.S. itself felt that it would not be wise to do so. President Biden and President Ruto were actually asked about that repeatedly at a press conference here at the White House today. President Biden, interestingly, said he didn't want it to look like the U.S. was stepping on other nations here in the Western Hemisphere. He felt that if the U.S. had sent peacekeeping troops in, that would cause some anxiety in the region about the big neighborhood superpower getting involved. And so he sort of went in search of other countries that would be willing to send in police and peacekeeping troops, and Kenya answered the call. For his part, the Kenyan president was asked by Kenyan reporters why he was willing to do that, send 1,000 peacekeeping troops to Haiti at a time when Kenya's got its own problems with bandits and gangs, and certainly they're in a tough neighborhood surrounded by other countries that are experiencing unrest as well.
Nancy, the president was also asked about the ICC's suggestion that it would pursue arrest warrants for the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. His response.
Super interesting, Major. The International Criminal Court, as you know, earlier this week, a top prosecutor there suggested that he might be seeking to arrest the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu for crimes against humanity, war crimes, including...
All right, well, that's two things in there. I know, but all right, you want to do the Kenya shit first?
Yeah, well, okay. I watched the whole fucking speech live whenever it happened. And what these guys are neglecting to mention is the first thing out of fucking Biden's mouth is we're giving Kenya $250 million of taxpayer money.
So if we're going there and backing up their ass and doing shit like that and being like, oh, like, we'll defend you and all this other stuff, you're a non-NATO ally.
Yeah,
whatever.
You're our friend. We're going to benefit mutually off of this. I don't give
fuck are we giving them money?
I don't give a fuck about Haiti, man. That ain't our shit.
Yeah.
I'm sick of fucking dealing with other countries when we got our own problems right here that we're just fucking let go by the wayside when they're donating $250 million to yet another fucking country.
Yeah. You know?
That's bullshit.
And it's just like... Just throw back to, like, you know, going to Austin, man, like seeing all those fucking homeless in the streets and stuff. And it's like, dude, I thought about it, man. I thought about our last episode we recorded when we broke down that $20 billion that California allocated to private organizations to help solve the homeless crisis. We did the math. We calculated it right there on camera in front of everyone on the fly, and we found out that they could have given every single homeless person over $100,000 in cash.
Yeah.
Not saying it's a good idea, but it's just like it's a fucking it's a thought.
It just proves a point that if they had that much money and they've done fucking nothing with it, because the homeless problem has been fucking blown way more than what it does when the fucking issue started.
Yeah. So it really is starting to fucking piss me off when. Like, initially when we started giving away money, I was like, yo, we got problems here or whatever. But, hey, you know what? Like, maybe, I don't know. You know, I mean, geopolitics gets very complicated and complex, especially with trade agreements and stuff like that. Maybe there's an underlying, have faith in the system is what I'm going at. Like, maybe there's, like, some reason why we need to, like, provide some support. But then eventually at some point you have to ask yourself, like, how much fucking money are we sending these guys?
Yeah.
And where is it going? And
what are the people of Kenya doing for fucking American citizens? That's what I want to know. Are they sending us shit to use, or like, because they're using our $250 million to build their fucking infrastructure and do all this other shit that they were talking about? How does that benefit us?
I don't know, man.
And for him to go, and also he would compare them to the likes of Japan and Israel. They are not on the same fucking
Are you serious?
spectrum as that shit. Yeah, he was like, we already have our allies with Japan. He named a bunch like Australia, New Zealand, Kenya. Dude, no.
Okay, man.
I'm sorry, but they do not fucking line up. They are not on the same playing
it's not the
field.
same tier, man.
No.
You know, like, this is like a Division I team versus, like, a D3,
like S
you know?
tier versus F tier, man. Like,
holy shit. Oh, shit. Speaking of that, I just realized I missed the Mavericks game tonight. Damn it. That shit was at 7 o'clock. Fuck, never mind. Anyways, I was like, oh, man, come on. It's NBA playoffs, man. I don't know.
dude, fuck sports.
It's the only fucking sport I like. Yeah, well, fuck off. Kiss my ass.
I ain't paying to watch no people dribble and fucking throw balls and shit, man. I don't give a fuck.
But yeah, man, I don't know. Kenya shit, it's 250 million?
250 million.
250
and you know
million with an M.
Yeah, and you know that's just the fucking initial start. You know we never just give money one time.
That's what all that fucking shit with Taiwan, with Ukraine, with Israel proved to everyone. Because, like, you know, at first, like, if something happens, like, someone's getting invaded, like, they need help, you want to help them, right? Like, you'd be like, hey...
you want to fucking help if it's somebody else, but then when it's our own goddamn people in Maui, they got a one-time payment of $700, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Those people need to be getting the fucking millions of dollars.
Yeah. You know, or like at least like get reimbursed for the value of everything they lost. I mean, maybe a little bit on top of it.
They need to be getting a little bit more than $700 when fucking Kenya gets $250 million.
Yeah.
Like, and the goddamn homeless get $20 billion that don't go to nothing apparently.
Then you got people just like basically getting bankrupt because they have medical bills in this country and shit like that.
Yeah.
Like, we can solve all these issues. We just don't.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we tackled on the last episode, we tackled the homeless problem. We proved beyond a shadow of a doubt we could actually solve this fucking homeless problem, but no one wants to do it because it's not profitable.
Well, fucking Elon has offered to solve it, but he won't because he knows that it's not going to be fucking fixed.
Yeah. Remember when he offered to solve
World
Hunger?
Yeah.
And then what was it? Was it the World Health Organization that he went through, or was it the UN?
I don't remember.
And they literally, because they called him out and they were like, hey, you know, it's kind of sad that this guy is the richest guy in the world. At the time, he was worth almost $300 billion because that's when Tesla was super valuable stock-wise. And then he was like, okay, I'll tell you what. He was like, tell me how much it is, and I'll sell Tesla stock right now. My only stipulation is you have to make it open source. Everyone gets to see in the entire world where every penny goes.
Yeah.
And they declined. They're like, we can't do that.
Exactly. Because they're fucking scamming. They're bullshit, man. Because they make too much money off of hungry people everywhere. Yeah. Those goddamn commercials for only 20 cents a day, you can give some kid some rice.
Because they're just going to start having names of people and be like, this guy got paid this. This guy
his
got paid
salary
that.
was this. He flew to the goddamn Switzerland on a fucking private jet.
That shit makes me so fucking sick, man.
It's
like,
bullshit.
You know what I mean? I mean, I get people have to earn a living. You can't expect people to work for free, right? Like, they got to eat too. They got to pay
not at all.
bills,
but that's literal fraud. Like, if we were to pull some kind of bullshit fucking scam,
dude, the feds
our
would be
ass
up
would
our
be in
ass.
jail.
Yeah. We have that. They'd be treating us like public enemy number one.
Sure.
You know?
Like, we were fucking out there January 6th.
I don't know. You know, but like, here's the thing, man. Like, this shit with like Kenya, like, dude, God Damn, bro. Oh my God. I really hope Bobby Kennedy wins. I really do. I'm going for him, but like the reality is he's fucking probably not.
I mean, I'll be surprised if he even manages to get on all the damn states' ballots.
Yeah, so I don't think it's really going to happen for him. Obviously, my second runner-up is Donald Trump, but dude, I do kind of miss Trump. I ain't going to lie, man, because that dude, at least, you cannot deny, even if you don't like him as a person, you cannot deny that as the whole world was more stable.
Yeah.
None of these conflicts.
He made people accountable for their fucking actions.
Yeah. And then they started all folding like bitches and shutting up because it was like, oh fuck, we're actually going to have to pay for our own shit or like be accountable for what we do and say.
It's like whenever you're a parent and you have a 27-year-old piece of shit kid that lives in your house still, and then you finally lay down the law and they're like, pay some rent or get the fuck out. And they're like, oh my God. That's how fucking Germany was. NATO, fuck them.
Yeah, man. And I don't know what Biden's angle really is with this Kenya shit, because now I don't trust that administration. I'm just gonna be real with you. Like, I don't trust them at all. Like, there's some fucking shit. There's some fuckery going on there, man. And it's just ironic. Like, he's been sending all this money to fucking Israel, to goddamn Ukraine, to fucking Taiwan, because we covered that shit too.
He's sending that shit to Iran too. Fuck him. He's funding both sides.
And now the shit's going to fucking Kenya on top of it. What the fuck is happening in Kenya?
Money laundering.
You know? Like, I mean, for real.
I just saw this shit today. Like, last year he claimed he had about $2 million in cash, Biden.
Yeah.
This year he's claiming he has about $1.2 million. So somehow and it's unaccounted for, but it's his own money.
$800,000
Of his own money, of his cash money. What the fuck's he buying?
Yep.
Hunter? Coke? Like, what?
People. Like, he's literally paying off fucking people. Some way, somehow, he's like brokeraging shit or whatever, you know? I don't know, man. I mean, that fucking next election is pretty... It's pretty obvious if it's between just Trump and Biden.
Yeah.
Like, you'd have to be... I don't know, man.
But, dude, we have plenty of fucking morons out here.
I still have a little bit of faith. But... my thing, man, is like there's all these conflicts going on, and like, you know, we've covered it, but we've covered so many topics, man, because this is episode 50. We didn't even like acknowledge like this is episode 50, man. It's kind of a fucking big deal, you know?
Yeah, 50 fucking episodes.
50 fucking episodes, baby. We in the big leagues now. But we've talked about the war machine and like profiteering from war and stuff like that. There's profits to be made in war, and there's profits to be made in the reconstruction of places after war, you know? And but I don't know, man. You just can't deny that the world is a less stable place since Biden has been in office. And if you really gave a shit, if you really, really gave a fuck, you would not vote for that dude to be back in office.
But people care about not being wrong more than they care about the fucking fate of the country. So...
you know, like, but anyway, you want to watch our next video? We'll like fucking watch that, and then we'll use that to wrap up the whole episode.
Yeah,
because we're talking about
hand in hand.
Yeah, and it's a short one too, so we'll show you a little bit of what's been happening recently in the world. But freaking, what was it? It was freaking. I was about to say Ukraine, dude. Can't even keep up. with all this crap.
They're still doing shit too.
But Israel was just attacked again by by more rockets, man. So,
but Israel is the bad guy.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. Israel's always a bad guy because they're about ready to bring their fucking prime minister up on fucking criminal charge at the International Criminal Court. Interesting tidbit of information: at the ICC, I know someone who works there, and I'm good friends with him.
They're in on it.
No, he does the translating.
Oh fuck, okay.
Like the real time shit or whatever. Mm-hmm. So like he hears it and then he speaks it like in English or whatever.
Shit, he's about to be replaced.
He speaks 5 languages.
He's gonna be replaced.
Yeah.
ChatGPT 4 already does that shit. He's done. He better.
We should cover that next episode.
He better put in his resume.
That shit is wild. All right, man. So let's watch what's going on in Israel, dude. Jesus, man.
So the Houthis are firing these rockets.
Dude, it would have to suck ass to live there. Suck ass to live there. Because you and I have both been to active like combat zones, right? So it's like, I mean, you were in Afghanistan, I was in Iraq, but dog, dude, fuck living in that, especially that shit going on right now, like all these fucking like airstrike, drone strikes, rocket strikes, all that shit, man. Like, no, hell no, dude. And that was a video we pulled that just shows the rockets going off, because the other ones we pulled, we decided not to show because they are extremely graphic.
Yeah, it was just straight up just blood splatters all over the fucking...
Yeah, dude.
They were
like,
just slinging water on it and carrying
dead bodies
and
everywhere.
fucking blankets and shit.
You know, it was pretty rough, man. I was like, holy shit, like dead kids and stuff. And I was like, God damn, man. So... I don't know, man. That's what you get, man, when you try to be too much of PC, liberal, crazy wokeness, and you think Joe Manchin Biden is an actual good choice for the presidency. You know, you kind of get shit like this, man. So I think that next election's a no-brainer, right?
Oh, I mean, we like to say that, but, dude, it's still going to be close.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah, Joe.
All right, man. You want to wrap it up?
Yeah, we're fucking done here.
You know what? Fuck it, man. I'm optimistic, dude. As always, guys, thanks for tuning in, and just try to stay positive.